Hello, everyone. It's Rolando here from Abediona. Today, I want to tell you about the fireworks in Grandma's farm in the San Zebra. A long time ago, I went to the family farm in Sherman's Valley in Perry County, Pennsylvania during the 4th of July, and I got to see the fireworks. And what I saw there impressed me so much that I included it in my book, The San Zebra, which you can buy on Amazon. And today I want to read you what I wrote in this book about that. So, what I wrote is the following. I love to watch the fireworks at Grandma's farm, but this isn't because the fireworks themselves are spectacular. Every 4th of July, several people throughout the valley light up some, but they're few and far between. The main attraction is the wilderness camp at the southwestern tip of the valley, which puts up a show for 10 minutes or so, including a grand finale of sorts. While the frequency and number of the explosions flares in their show pales in comparison to the action-packed firework displays in the cities, what makes watching the fireworks at Grandma's farm great is the geology. Grandma's farm is located in a long valley between two sets of mountains rising steeply 1,000 feet above the valley floor. These mountains turn the valley into an echo chamber where any loud noise bounces several times from one mountain to another before dissipating. As a result of this, every bang is followed by a trailing background of swooshing noises as the mountains distort the sounds, creating a fantastic special effect that surrounds you and covers the whole valley. So, in the past 4th of July and the most recent 4th of July, I was able to record for the first time what I have just described, and today I want to share it with you. It was a bit difficult because to do so, I had to find an explosion, a firework explosion that was sufficiently separated from the others, but I was able to find one. In the video that you're going to hear, the first explosion, the smaller explosion, it corresponds to the one associated with the launching of the firework. And the second louder explosion is the actual firework explosion. But what I want you to pay attention to is the sounds that come after the second explosion. Here is the video. Those sounds that you hear after the second explosion are the echoes of the explosion that are bouncing between the mountains. These mountains form part of the ridge and valley region of the Appalachian Mountains. Now I am going to show you a visualization of the sound that you have just heard. This is called the waveform. And the waveform in the horizontal axis has the time, and in the vertical axis, it has the loudness of the sound both up and down. What you see is first a small explosion, as indicated by the arrow, and that is the explosion associated with the launching of the firework. Then you have a bigger explosion, that is the actual firework explosion, and it goes off the charts. But what you see afterwards is a long tail of sounds that takes a long time to go back to baseline. That is the echoes of the explosion that are bouncing between the mountains. If there were no echoes, the sound of a firework explosion would go back to baseline within 2 seconds. But in this valley, because of the mountains, it takes up to 10 seconds to get all the way back to baseline. Okay, now I am going to increase the volume and play the sound clip that you just heard, but immediately after the major explosion, so you can hear the sound better. Okay, here it goes. The geology here is fantastic. It adds a completely new dimension to a fireworks show that you don't see in many places. Okay, so it's time to watch the end, the grand finale, the end of the fireworks show at Grandma's farm, like we have watched it for many years, and like Nell and her family watched it in my book, the Sun Zebra. Here it goes. Okay. Well, that is all for this video. Please remember to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, please check out my book, The Sun Zebra, on Amazon. And I'll see you in the next video down the road.